You already know what it is. WWE NXT Houston, Texas, March 17th, Tuesday, 2026. Booker T Appreciation Night. You already know what it is. Let's just get right into it. You already know they had the Booker T Appreciation Night. They showed Booker T roll up in a matte black Cybertruck, fresh, clean suit on, ready for the night. He had all his understudies and students, and Young Bucks was in a line. He was shaking everybody's hand. Everybody was showing him love. Shots out to Booker T. He was definitely doing this thing. And then after that, they showed Tatum Paxley walking up with her belt. Then Izzy Dane walking up with her belt. It's getting real serious. They got a heavy cage match tonight. You already know what it is. But they kick the night off with a triple threat match for the women's NXT title. I'm talking about Sol Ruka versus Zarya versus young JC Jane with Fatal Influence, of course, by her side. You already know what it is. And a triple threat match for the NXT title. And they definitely made sure they let y'all know the new 2K26 ratings. They got Zarya sitting at a 75. Sol Ruka, her rating is a 77. And they gave JC Jane a rating of 82 on that new WWE 2K26, which I would not be getting. Y'all already know why. We're going to get into that a little bit on another one, though. But to kick it off, man, they had Sol Ruka chants. Everybody was going right at the beginning. Zarya got knocked out the ring, and it was JC Jane going at it against Sol Ruka. They was going at it heavy all throughout the match. It was a really good triple match. So Zarya being a powerhouse, Sol Ruka like the high flyer, JC Jane, she like technical with it. She got her moves she do. Fatal Influence kept helping low key, doing a whole bunch of little things that helped JC Jane, and just everything. Every time I ref turned his back, Fatal Influence was helping. It came to one point they was on the turnbuckle. It was like a triple slam. All of them got flipped over on the turnbuckle, over out into the ring. All of them was out. Zarya tried to spear Sol Ruka, but she jumped up, and Zarya ended up popping JC Jane. Sol Ruka, she spared Zarya. It was just so much going on. This is awesome chance. The crowd was loving it. Sol had countered. Zarya tried to F5 Sol in the ring. Sol had like countered it, flipped it on her, and then Sol she was going at it with JC Jane for a minute. It was getting crazy. It was at one point though, Zarya had end up. Sol Ruka had snatched JC Jane's soul. Zarya snatched Sol Ruka out, F5 the outside the ring. Before she can get back in the ring to pin JC Jane, Fatal Influence got in her face and started fighting with her. She had to fight them off. And Sol Ruka just snatched JC Soul, so she's just laying out there on the mat. Actually, she got F5 outside by Zarya, and she got thrown back in the ring. Fatal Influence stopped Zarya, and JC Jane like crawled over a little bit, put her hand over Sol Ruka after she just got F5, and she got the pin for the win and retained the NXT Women's Championship. Shouts out to JC Jane, the winner. What did you think of that match?
This was a great match, and I am kind of glad that JC Jane won because the other two do not deserve a title anyway.
How Sol Ruka don't deserve a title?
Because she's overrated.
Sol Ruka ain't never overrated. How Zarya don't deserve a title?
Is that a question?
Not really, but how she don't deserve a title? Zarya be putting in that work
because she's brain dead.
I ain't gonna lie, she has lost a lot of matches and she does a lot of crazy things. JC Jane, man, she got that mindset right there. 2-time champ. You know what Booker T say about her. It goes down, man. She the one and only JC Jane. She retained and she will be at Stand and Deliver. You already know what it is. JC Jane, she retained. And Sol and Zarya, man, they was mad as hell. Zarya, she could have won that if it wasn't for Fatal Influence. But After that, though, they had Rand St. Clair in her hometown, Houston, Texas. You already know. She was in the back chilling with Kendall Gray. The Birthright had like walked past her, and she checked Charles. What's the dude name?
Charlie Dempsey.
Charlie Dempsey. Right? She was like, for real, you left the you did Tavion like that last week, and you rolling with these guys? What about our group?
Bruh.
He was like, well, you found someone that likes you, who really likes you, and I got my squad. We doing our own thing. And she kind of just nodded off, and they went their separate ways, and we may never see them in cahoots ever again. What you think about Charles Dempsey finally joining the Birthright? What you think about that?
The Birthright is getting a little bit too big.
Rand Q, what you think would go with Rand and Kendall? It's just gonna be them now. Like, how does what you think with that?
Yeah, I think they're good together.
After that, they had Yo Boy, Young Ricky goddamn Saints, in the ring, man, with an in-ring promo, man. And as he was coming down, he was doing the Ricky. You know, Ricky do the Ricky. He up there on He up on the turnbuckle hitting with the thing with his music, the dun dun dun, and this man slipped and he botched already on the turn before his music was playing. He already botching. He slipped while he was doing this little Ricky Saints thing on the turnbuckle, looking real crazy. Booker T even had to laugh. Something, he's just excited. But Ricky Saints so cool with it. He instantly mentioned it on the mic. He said, "Yeah, I know y'all laughing. Yeah, yes, I slip, but I never fall." And that was a bar right there. Booker T was like, "Yeah, I like that right there," because everybody slips, you know. But Ricky Saints, man, he bounced back, got his balance back. He had his little outfit on, was talking big stuff, man. He was talking a lot of crazy stuff. How he finna get that belt back. Ethan Page ended up coming back. Coming outside and was talking to him, and they got a weird thing going on. What you think about Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, man?
Yeah, this is not a real friendship.
One of them gonna backstab each other. Something is going on. In the middle of them talking stuff, they must have said his name, because young Joe Hendry came out better than ever. The crowd was chanting, "We believe." Joe came out there dissing Ricky hard, talking about how Ricky don't even really deserve no more title shots. He'd rather give it to Ethan, just talking big stuff. In the midst of it, Ricky Saints and Ethan Page got to arguing with each other, and they was finna throw blows. They was finna fight, and then all of a sudden, they just turn around and start beating on Joe Hendry ass. Like it was a setup from the whole time. They start stomping his ass out, beating up Joe Hendry, hitting him, stomping him out. And then out of nowhere, who came out of nowhere with the big beard?
Punk Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D came out. And if y'all don't know, just to give y'all a quick fact, Tony D is back with his new thing. We got Stacks back. He with Ariana Grace. He doing his thing. What's the third member that was with them?
Luca Crucifino.
I'm not gonna go too much into this, but do y'all Googles on Luca Crucifino? He definitely is on the other side of the rainbow now. You know, doing this thing, and the true him is out now. This is who he is, man. He ain't a gangster no more. You know, he loves to do the other thing now. So it is what it is. But after Tony D came out, he was beating ass, man. He started beating Joe ass. He caught Ricky with a big choke slam, caught Ethan Page with a big choke slam, and just left their ass like he found them. Like, you know, big beard and all that. You already know what it is. And then after that, though, they had the young progressive NXT Focus. I don't know what happened to the progressive spotlight.
I don't know. I guess since we in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, you already know. So we had the NXT Focus, and it was with the Birthright. They was back there talking to the Birthright was back there, and it was all of them this time. I'm talking about William Regal, and who was the other dude's dad?
Uriah Connor's dad is Finley.
All of them back there. It's like 7 of them if you think about it. Birthright is 7 members deep, and they got two old men in there. So you already know they got the knowledge, they got the power, they got the wisdom. Robert Stone walked up on him. William Regal pulled him off to the side. He said, "You know what, Robert Stone? I like what you doing so much, man. I like what you're doing so much, man. You doing your thing as interim manager. You know what? I'm gonna call Sean for you personally, and we're gonna see if we can make this a permanent gig for you, man, and do your thing. Make you the permanent manager, officially placing Ava as the permanent manager of NXT. What you think about that, Robert Stone, man?
That is so stupid. Fire this man.
How has NXT been since Robert Stone been manager? I think it's been pretty decent. What you talking?
It's been goofy.
NXT been great since Robert Stone been running. He been having some good matches. He ain't perfect, but give that man some time. But is he still gonna be commentating on Evolve is what I want to know. But
no, he's already been replaced with Blake Howard.
Oh, okay, bet. After that though, they had a 6-man tag team match. We talking about the Los Americanos. You already know they was 3 deep.
You're banned.
Out there dancing, doing their thing. That blue one is wild, man. I don't know what type of cane he on, but he definitely some type of cane. He out there wild as hell. And they went against the Young Vanity Project. You already know what it is. Who the Vanity Project consist of, man?
Jackson Drake, Brad Baylor, and Ricky Smokes.
You already know what it is. And this was a real good match right here. Shouts out to Vic Joseph and Booker T, man. They funny as hell on the commentating. They the perfect team. I used to think back in the day, and I thought forever that JR and King was the best announcers. That pair could nobody stop that. And you of course know Michael Cole and all that. But now my favorite announcers is Vic Joseph and Booker T. That's an undeniable pair right there. I'm rocking with that. But
yes, sir.
they was funny. But this was a fast-paced matchup, a lot of action. Them Los Americanos, man, they don't play. They come to battle wherever they at. And Vanity Project, them young bucks, they do not play, man. They keep that fast-paced action. I done seen them in numerous classic matches. They definitely do their thing, get the job done. But this was just a hectic, fast-paced match. At the end of the day, the Los Americanos, they got that experience. And even though the Vanity Project, all of them got titles. We talking about the Vanity Project. Jackson Drake got the Evolve title. And the other two, Swipe Right, that's in Vanity Project, they got the NXT Tag Team titles. They got a special nameplate for their titles. Everybody in the squad got the title, but they ain't got that experience. They ain't got that experience that the Los Americanos got, and they ended up outmaneuvering them and getting that pin for the win, coming on top. They doing their thing, and they got the victory over Vanity Project. What did you think of that match? Los Americanos versus the Vanity Project, man.
This was not such a good match. It was just not that good. Why are the Americanos on NXT?
Shouts out to them, man. This was a great match. A lot of fast-paced action. After that, though, we had LA Knight in the back. Sean Legacy, he injured. He ain't gonna be able to compete in the tag team 2-man tournament. Ilya LaFleur was back there, speed champ. You already know. He said, "I'll take up the slack. Me and LA Knight will take the place." He'll do it. Ilya LaFleur, Eli Knight. You already know. Big things. And then Sol Ruka walked up. She's trying to talk to Rob Stone on some different things, trying to figure out what she gonna do next with her career, because things ain't been looking good. She been losing a lot of matches, and she did get pinned too. You already know. But after that, they had the special Booker T appreciation with his family in the ring. Everybody was there. His understudies was in the crowd. Vic Joseph was giving it up. They showed a classic Booker T video with a lot of his highlights in his career. From the days he was with Harlem Heat, 5-time, 6-time champion, them Invasion, the grocery store days. Y'all already know when he was King Booker, when he had his queen, Miss Charmel, with him. He was doing his thing. He got so many different eras of Booker T. And now we in that commentating era of Booker T. They had so many different people in the video matchup to show their support. A lot of people. Just to name, some of them. They had Joe Hendry speaking kind words about Booker T. Jasper Troy, Shawn Michaels, Stephanie Velcro.
Hey! Stephanie Vaquer.
Roxanne Perez, Trick Williams, The Miz, Uso. The Usos, Booker T was crying, man. He was really, they gave him a special award. He was really, his family was, really emotional. Everybody was happy. They was chanting in the crowd, "You deserve it." It was a real emotional moment. Booker T was speaking to the crowd, and out of nowhere, who came out and just interrupted Booker T right in him talking to everybody?
That punk motherfucker, Keanu Carver.
Young Keanu Carver. So Keanu, he if y'all don't know, last week he kind of got into it with Booker. So he came out he crashed it. As he was walking and talking, he was disrespecting Booker T as he was walking to the ring. As he was doing this, people was running to him, trying to stop him, and one by one, he was beating their ass, throwing them out the way. And it was literally everybody one by one. His wife and stuff, kids jumped out the ring. It was everybody one by one until he knocked everybody down till he got to Booker T himself. Before he got to Booker T, he had his last two bodyguards there. He got them out of the way, and he was staring down Booker T. Got it, about to get in his face and probably God knows do what to him. Just completely dismantle the old man. Booker T ain't in his prime no more, man. He trying to do his thing. And out of nowhere, who came and saved Booker T out of nowhere?
The legendary Jasper Troy.
I don't know about all that. Legendary. But yeah, Jasper Troy came out. Big boy Troy. You already know what it is, man. He came out. Start beating Keanu Carver ass. If you don't know, a little beefing brewing up between them. Jasper Troy, man, he's like Booker T other son or something, man. Booker T took him under his wing, got him doing this thing, so he saved him. The crowd was chanting for Jasper. I think Jasper turned face tonight, man. What you think? What did you think about this whole thing with Booker T, man?
This was a great Booker T Appreciation Day segment. Thanks to Jasper Troy. It would have been ruined if it was just Keanu.
You already know what it is, man. And we was eating good while we was watching this.
Kira Kawase.
Chicken wings, lemon pepper. You already know. In the middle, after all of this, Booker T, he finally got the mic back, and he was just so distraught. As he was talking, the whole NXT roster came out and was clapping for him. I'm talking about everybody, from women, man, from Kalani to Joe Hendry to Billy Dillon was back there.
No telling how Jada Parker was slapping off camera.
You already know. But after that, though, we got some speed championship action, man. 5-minute matchup between two of my favorites out there doing their thing. We talking about Rand Sinclair, and she of course she accompanied by Kendall Gray and Fallon Henley. She had Fatal Influence with a speed title match. 5 minutes for the championship. Rand Sinclair versus Fallon Henley. This was a real fast-paced matchup. You already know how fast-paced them matchups be when it's speed on the line. And they was going at it real fast. As they was fighting and going at it, hit for hit, blow for blow. Vic Joseph said Rand Sinclair is a submission specialist, and I guess she is, because she ended up tapping Fallon ass out. The look on JC Jane's face was shocked. Fallon just lost in less than 5 minutes to Rand Sinclair. What if y'all?
Ren.
That's what the crowd was chanting. And if y'all don't know, Rand Sinclair only won one match in 2025 out of like 30 matches.
Ren.
Shouts out to Rand Sinclair. She a champ now. Looking better than ever. Rand Sinclair. She the speed champ, man. What you think about this match, man? What you think about that?
This was a great match. Shouts out to Rand Sinclair.
You already know what it is, man. Rand the one right now, man. Shouts out to her. After the match, though, they had Robert Stone in the back talking to Ricky and Ethan. And Ricky and Ethan, man, I don't know what's going on, man. They got like a dysfunctional. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. They got a weird relationship. I think they need to separate. It's getting weird. But after that, they had Hank and Tank versus the Birthright. We ain't gonna spend too much time on this. The Hank and Tank, them big belly bastards, they got their ass beat by the Birthright. You already know what it is. Birthright beat that ass. Birthright coming up. Birthright finna be doing all kind of damage. They better look out for him because it's going down. And after that, they had Joe Hendry talking to Robert Stone in the back.
Bruh.
So I'm trying to set up a few things. And then out of nowhere, you seen OTM and Dark State. They were just fighting backstage. You know, they got hella beef between them two teams. They've been fighting so much, both of the teams got kicked out of the two-man tournament. They not even allowed to be in the tournament. And Robert Stone trying to figure out how to deal with that. And then after that, they had Tatum Paxley in the back talking to Thea Hale. Thea Hale was all giving some Tatum Paxley words of encouragement. Same thing from Tatum Paxley. Thea, they cool. Kalani came back there, ruffling feathers, kind of talking stuff. Jada Parker came back there and kind of dissed Kalani. Shouts out to Kalani and Jada Parker. All of them. Thea, all of them doing their thing. Y'all don't know. Jada Parker had it out at Vengeance. One of the best Vengeance I ever seen. It's like she didn't win, but she did win. It was wild. Vengeance, man. You already know what it is. But yeah, Jada Parker and Kalani kind of got into it, and then after that they had Fatal Influence in the back. And from the looks of it, how they was talking, Fallon is heated. She pissed off she lost that speed championship. The attitude she had talking to JC was crazy. JC was like, damn, and then Lacey and Langley Reed, you don't know which side she gonna flop. I think Fatal Influence finna officially break up at Stand and Deliver 100%. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I am 100% sure about that. But after that, they had Robert Stone. He was talking in the back to somebody, getting everything in order. You know, Rob Stone, the man now, he finna be official manager. And the Birthright walked up, and they told him, you know, we want the. He was talking to Miles Moore, and they said that they want a shot at that North American title now. And then after that, after they got done confronting Robert Stone, they had a special announcement for Booker T. Not only did he get the award and he had all these special gifts and everybody showing love, but they announced that at Stand and Deliver April 4th, Sexy Red will be there. Big Sexy gonna be there, looking better than ever.
Yes!
Yeet. I can't wait to see Sexy Red in her hometown, St. Louis.
Sexy.
Yes, I do want to hang with a bad. You already know.
I want to hang with a bad bitch.
You already know. Yeah, Shawn Michaels was singing her song. Her song is hot right now in the streets, man. She gonna be at Stand and Deliver. You already know. We catching all of that. 100%. But after that, they had the main event of the goddamn night. I'm talking about this rivalry been brewing up. They used to be sisters, but hell no. Izzy Dame been plotting on Tatum from the beginning. Let's keep it 100. We had Izzy Dame versus young Tatum Paxley. Steel cage action. You already know what it is. Steel cage matchup between these two. This was a real good match right here. Of course, Izzy Dane came out first. They had on like jeans too. Izzy Dane had on big baggy jeans with writing all on them. Tatum had on big jeans. When Tatum was getting to the ring, right when she got in the ring, Izzy started beating up on her ass, kicking her, punching her. She brought a steel chair in the ring. They locked the door, rung the bell, and they started going blow for blow. This was a smaller cage. It was kind of weird too. Tatum had like one out and then came back in. It was kind of weird. It was a lot of stuff going on. But Izzy Dane caught Tatum Paxley with a huge suplex off the top of the cage. Izzy Dane was beating her ass with a chair. Beating her like she stole something. Beating her ass with the chair. Tatum Paxley barely could survive. They showed her mom in the crowd. Tatum Paxley's mom was in attendance watching this, and she was getting her ass beat. But Tatum, you already know, she built like that. Every time she was catching her with some moves, Tatum was backflipping, and she was coming up like she was possessed, crazy or something. She was grabbing the chair from her. She was doing all her Tatum Paxley moves that she can do, ramming her into the steel cage, fighting her back the best way she know how to do. She ended up getting that chair back from her. She threw the chair in her face, caught her with a nasty ass kick, dropped her, picked her up, and Izzy Dane like kind of reversed the move, tried to hit her with that dame over. Tatum reversed it, knocked her on the chair. When she got back up, Tatum Paxley grabbed her, then caught her with that cemetery drive and got that pin for the win. Shouts out to Tatum Paxley for retaining the Women's North American Championship in the steel cage match. Houston, Texas. Booker T appreciation. You already know what it is. Young Tatum Paxley. What did you think of this match?
This was a great steel cage match, and I am so proud of Tater Tot.
Tatum Paxley did it. Once the cage went down, ain't no culling to do nothing. Strictly one-on-one action. Tatum Paxley, she out-wrestled her, and she's just overall just better than Izzy at the moment right now. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. As she was leaving, though, out of nowhere, young Blake Monroe came out the ground and snatched her ass out from under the ground, pulled her down like she was Diddy at the Sandbox. Pulled her down, and she just disappeared, man. Everybody was looking. Where the hell did Tatum go? We don't know, man. They mentioned that Blake got evil intentions for Tatum wherever she dragged her to. I don't know what's finna go down. What you think about that, man?
This is crazy, but no telling what happened next down there.
We gotta get the inside scoop, man. This is NXT business, man. You already know what it is. NXT, Houston, Texas. Booker T Appreciation Day, man. We got Standard and Lever coming up real soon with Big Sexy. You already know,
It's sexy.
Definitely, you already know. Make sure y'all stay tuned. This is a classic episode, man. This is one of my favorite NXT episodes that ever happened, and they closed it out with a cage match. Booker T Appreciation. You already know what it is, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned. All kind of stuff finna go down. We in WrestleMania season, Stand and Deliver season. Measure that a nigga.
Sol Ruka really loves her bazookas.